And when it comes to, you were talking a little bit earlier about those ruts that your car's been stuck in. Those are going to kind of get a lot, I would say, friendlier for not pulling your car in certain directions.
That's nice.
However, that snow is just going to kind of take a while to melt, and we're likely going to be seeing a lot of puddles around town in the week to come.
That's the kind of after effect of all this winter that's not quite as fun, is it?
Yes.
Certainly not as pretty.
Oh, no, not at all. So if you got the galoshes or big rain boots or anything to kind of keep your feet dry, next week is the week to bust them out, because it is going to be a sloppy, slushy mess. And that's all as our temperatures continue to rise. Freezing rain and sleet is still a little bit of a factor, emphasis on a little bit, but we've got temperatures on the rise and rain returning to the forecast in a big way. When it comes to that region, still kind of the same area where we could see it. I think kind of central Washington has been the epicenter and will likely stay that way. A couple of those showers still popping up. Some of them moving their way toward Kennewick as we speak, some of them just north of Interstate 90. Ritzville, you saw some of those earlier. Down near Asotin, we're seeing a little bit of activity. Lewiston, you're right on that edge as well. Right on the South Hill, a little bit of drops. I saw a few on my car's windshield when I made my way into work. Not enough to really make for slick roads, but yes, this is something that is actually happening right now. Looks like as we move through the evening, that kind of remains the case. These light kind of pop-up freezing rain showers, and then eventually we'll wind up seeing it turn into a little more rain kind of early tomorrow morning. In fact, by the time we get to the middle part of the day, it will be those rain showers coming down that brings us our best shot at getting more moisture. And eventually we're going to have to talk about ponding and flooding. That's eventually, but right now let's just talk about that warm up, because it does look like more rain makes its way into the forecast. I think this is a bit overzealous for the sleet, but we could still see a little sleet in some areas that wind up a little cooler with more of that snow on the ground. That snow is going to play a huge role in our next couple of days, because as we continue to see these showers kind of through Sunday and snow up in the mountains, the snow winds up keeping us a little bit cooler than it otherwise would. I might be a little overzealous with putting our temperatures up near or in the 40s next week. The reason being, the snow is going to keep us a little bit cooler. If we melt the snow, I think 41 by next Friday is very likely. But you know how much it takes to melt 5.8 inches of snow? The answer is a lot. Now, when it comes to the overall weather pattern, we have a lot in it, a lot that can work for us. The rain continues over the weekend, and it's that persistent kind of southwesterly flow that keeps the rain in the forecast. And when we take our eyes and look way out to the west, that's the storm track that continues. We're heading back into that El Nino pattern, and we're likely heading back into that realm of warmer temperatures and more rain in the forecast than snow, unfortunately.